Good afternoon. Before we get started with another edition of Coffee with Law, uh, Iced Tea Edition, I just want to tell everyone who has reached out to me regarding my grandfather's situation and him being in hospice that I've appreciated all your comments and your thoughts and your prayers. In fact, after I do this live video, I'll be on my way to the hospital again, as I have been each night. So I just want to thank everyone on a personal note for all your condolences and prayers. I didn't want to leave today without actually getting this video out. So thank you all. Today I want to discuss briefly what happens when you get a divorce decree in which a spouse is supposed to pay a bill that is either in the joint name of the spouses or in the other name of the spouse. So let's discuss that on another edition of Coffee with Law, Iced Tea Edition. My name is Benjamin Sanchez, and I'm an attorney in Houston, Texas. I represent people, including consumers, tenants, and homeowners, during life setbacks to help them move forward. Let's get to the big question first. A lot of people ask me, if my spouse doesn't pay something that he or she was supposed to pay, and that creditor starts coming after me, can I just show that creditor the divorce decree and be done with it? Unfortunately, the answer is no. So whether you agree or whether it's just part of a post-trial decision by the judge or jury, that order by the court in the family court is not binding on the creditors as to how they must handle the actual debt. So, for example, if there's a joint credit card debt, and in the divorce decree it says that the husband is supposed to pay that credit card debt, and the wife obviously is not supposed to. Later, if the husband fails to make that payment, the creditor can then start calling the wife and try to collect. So just remember that the decree itself has no enforcement value against the third party. What can you do? What you can do is you can go back to the divorce court and ask for enforcement of the decree. Now, that may do little good or give you little solace when that person is not paying, but in terms of the court's power, the family court's power, they do have the power to enforce their own orders, including decrees. So if there is a order to pay something and that other spouse does not pay it, you can go back to the court and ask for enforcement of that order. You would basically be filing a motion for enforcement, and in most cases, the court can consider an application for attorney's fees along with that enforcement to require the other side to not only do what they're supposed to do in the first place, but then to pay your attorney's fees or reimburse your attorney's fees. Again, as far as the third party creditor is concerned, however, you can't waive that divorce decree and say, here you go. This also comes up a lot in terms of selling a home. So a home is sold, or there's a family home, one spouse gets it, but then agrees to take on the mortgage that was in both spouses' name. Courts will sometimes order that within a certain amount of time, whether it's a year, 6 months, or 2 years, that spouse who's taking on that responsibility get that mortgage refinanced or somehow paid off so that the spouse who's not living in the house doesn't have to be on the mortgage. Sometimes that spouse cannot get the house refinanced. You can't blame the mortgage company for that situation if they decide not to refinance. Just because the court orders that spouse to refinance doesn't mean that the mortgage company has to approve that refinancing. So again, I just wanted to make two quick notes with this video. One, that the order of the decree regarding who pays what bills is not enforceable on the creditors. But two, you can go back to the divorce court to try to seek enforcement and potentially get your attorney's fees paid for having to do that. I hope this has been helpful. Again, everybody, thank you for all your well wishes and your concerns and condolences and prayers regarding my grandfather. They are truly appreciated. If you find that these series of videos have been helping you, then I would urge you to like, follow, and share this video so that others can get the benefit of the information I'm providing. Again, this is Benjamin Sanchez. Have a great day. Bye-bye.